Hello, 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 hello my beauties, welcome back to the Matrix of Life channel, and in this video I will be talking on my favorite topic of primary elements and maybe a little bit of a matrix gonna be there as well, but mostly primary elements. You know what had happened recently? My monetization here was paused because still I didn't get PIN code for Google AdSense to confirm my physical address where I am living. It lost somewhere and I need to deal with this everything, and of course I was upset and sad. I love when it's fair and square. I'm giving you something and I'm getting something in return. Either it's your subscriptions, active ones, because I'm not satisfied with only 1,000 euros here, like subscribers. It must be many more of people to maintain this equality of knowledge I'm sharing and feedback of energies, because if I will be only wasting my energies here, I will get sick because I'm not getting equal give and take. Anyway, I was sad, I was upset, I was in a very bad mood. I shared post with you in which I said that I won't be posting that often, and whenever I will be posting videos, this gonna be, I'm now not taking requests from like any. I'm not going through my list of suggestions of celebrities. I only will be adding during this time what I want to talk about, and we'll see how this channel grow, because I'm not into resource to satisfy somebody else requests energetically. No, that's not gonna happen. So I was very upset. I added this post. Some of my friends have seen this post on my channel, and of course watery people coming with a question: what had happened, how do you feel, and lot of questions about how I feel. But watery elements asking about feelings and asking about, did you pull cards on these, what had happened, it's not making it any better. I put cards on this long before, when they only sent this letter, and it said it's gonna be just, it's gonna arrive but with some sort of delays. Let's see. Anyway, for now, watery people started like this: how do you feel, and blah 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 blah, what are you gonna do, maybe you should pull cards again, and lot of such questions. I'm not a person who loves to pull cards again, but for my watery clients I am doing this actually, because they very like shaky. They need on some question from different decks confirmation, what I really truly don't need this shit. Whatever for at first time, it's gonna stay there, and me just trying to replace it with some other energies as being stupid, nothing else. For myself, I go with the first time and it's working for me. But for water people, because they're unstable, water is unstable, they here and there, here and there, here and there, and they need this. So for my water clients, this headache, when same question you asking with tarot cards, same question you asking with angel answers, same question you asking with oracle cards, that's crazy. Anyway, watery friends, they behave like this. This is not good, not bad. For someone being this way, maybe help. Some watery people, when they sharing what had happened, when they sharing their emotions in a long conversations, discussing how they feeling, discussing what they put, which cards, which lucky or not lucky charms they see in use, and so on for this process. For them, it's maybe healing. For me, being a fire element, this is super extra annoying. And, you know, my third element is earth element. And how my earthly friend reacted My earthly friend sent me a video with one quite interesting song. I am adding this video in description box. Maybe we'll add in pinned comment as well. Don't know. Haven't decided. Okay. So he sent me this beautiful song. Anyway, I will be adding this because I want you to go and watch and listen and see and get the vibe. Okay. He sent me and said, okay, I feel like you need a distraction. You need to distract yourself with some Disney shit, which you like. I mean, fantasy. Why my earthly friend said so? Because being on Earth, he tend to watch some economical and investment videos on YouTube. He is rarely watching like this, and that was huge surprise for me that actually he, somehow he bumped into this song, or that was like somehow in his recommendations on YouTube. Anyway, he sent this, but Earth wouldn't be an Earth if they wouldn't speak the language. Just sending a link, this completely aerial thing, like air friends, they may send you some shit to watch in response. Maybe some helpful shit, maybe they gonna send you, but aerial friends, I got from them like 1001 links explaining how to get this pin code, how to get it without confirmation of your home address. But the problem is all links they send, like majority of these links, they belong to year 2020 and they belong to year beginning of 2021, and I need recent information because a lot of things has changed, and especially for my country. So but they downloaded me with this lens. But Earth, being an Earth not just send a link. Earth send money, like $15, and said, watch this Disney shit and get yourself an ice cream or fruits or whatever you love to eat, or popcorn when you're watching movie, because I feel you need distraction. You need distraction from this negative situation. And you know, bingo, it worked for me. It really truly worked. I was able sort of to shift my energies from negative to positive, to review like things and get my mind completely distracted from these issues, from this problem. When annoying water reference were not able to help, when this horrible aerial friends who downloaded with tons of information, which, do you really think I haven't viewed enough of this? It's very individual in each case, but only Earth friend like hit it a right spot with me. Like, I feel you need distraction. Watch this Disney shit because you like this. He knows that I'm writing fantasy something, so made the suggestions that of course I like this fantasy shit. Yeah, I like it. So I was really shocked. I was really truly shocked in a positive way. And Earth being Earth, always Earth. And he thought even about, you know, Earth very detailed, like, and the expression of friendship and everything is very material. Earth even thought that I shouldn't watch this hungry. Being hungry, I should eat something nice while watching. Earth even have thought about this and sent this $15. Like, that was like mini miracle, like a miracle worker. I felt really incredibly happy. I got myself my favorite ice cream. I got myself gluten-free cookies. I got myself really nice tea. This reason, and I was able to enjoy movie. So when I was watching movie, what's a movie? Now let's go to the movie and to analyze characters, because that was the best part of this, guys. That was really the best part of this entire story. You know, whenever I'm watching something, I'm trying not just simply kill time on viewing something, but make it useful for myself. I'm analyzing from primary elements point of view. I'm analyzing from the matrix point of view. Of course, I'm having questions while I'm watching, and I have my like inner reactions where I agree, where I disagree, whom of main heroes I like and whom I don't like. Okay, so my personal dislikes about each and every. So here we're gonna discuss Bone and Shadow and Bone series at Netflix. Okay, which I watch. They consist of 8 episodes, like 45 minutes each, for you to understand in what you engage in after watching my video and after watching this song, of course, he sent to me. So here we go with this. I loved the movie, and I was analyzing this everything. For those of you who already seen this movie, you will know perfectly what I will be talking about. For those of you who were new, this is gonna be my spoilers, okay? And through my prism, you will see main heroes. The main heroine, she discovered that she have a magic gift, like no, I won't be starting with this. I will be starting with already given names. Okay, main heroine, she looks very she irritates me, truly, really. I'm so mad at her that after watching this movie, I even googled the matrix of writer who come up with this book to check her matrix and to check her primary elements. I wasn't surprised to see water there. A lot of water in terms of primary elements. And in matrix, there was, of course, energy number 5, teacher and preacher. So she gives a vibe of being super right, of super conservative in everything she's doing, in everything. And so her primary element of this main heroine is water. Her name is Alina Starkov, and based on which events from movie, I come to this conclusion that she is a watery, and she was so irritating to me. First of all, the awakening of her magical gift, because she is a sun summoner. Awakening of her magical gift. How usually other elements discovering under which conditions they are discovering their primary elements. Some of you may think that she is a fire element. No. She has nothing to do with fire. She's so far from fire as I'm far from Australia, for you to understand. I'm in Ukraine. So, awakening only happened when she needed to protect a person she is very attached to. And that was this Mal. Mal is water as well. I will be sharing you and I will tell you a difference between these two waters, Alina and Mal, because they both are watery. Awakening of the gift. In fiery case, awakening of this gift would be happening during circumstances where she needed to defend herself, not someone else, herself. And watching this entire movie and seeing which meanings, like how the author and maybe script writers as well, but show this character, makes me understand that water will be showing the main heroes through prism of water. And so awakening under circumstances which like she needed to defend him. Next one, water is the hardest element to change. If water have bad habits like smoking, drinking, overeating, for these people it will be most difficult to give up on their attachments. Fire, not like this at all. Fire, if a person decided, I'm not doing this anymore, bridge is burned. This similar in case when I discovered that I'm gluten intolerant. I just stopped eating shit which contains gluten. That's it. The very next day I woke up, I stopped eating this. Don't you think that I don't want to eat a pie? Me who was working in bakery and adore these sweet cookies and everything. Because some of gluten-free cookies, they taste like shit and better not to eat them at all. Gluten-free bread is horrific as well. Don't you think it's not difficult for me not to eat the things and many other things which contain gluten? To like, you limit it and everything. But the very next day I woke up, I stopped doing this. I stopped doing this. Because that's fire. If they cutting something out, they cutting something out, okay? And water, for these people, all the people, I have a friend who is working with drug addicts here. And she asked me to analyze the primary elements. And watery people, they are most difficult to give up on this habit. They, like coming back in cycles, they may have some free period, but they coming back to this. About earth element and their habits, their attachments, if they were raised in a healthy environment, they won't be having these bad habits. But if they having bad habits, this gonna be till the grave, or unless some like earthquake gonna happen to them, shaking them, unless some fire element gonna organize an earthquake for them to change their freaking conservative in whatsoever paradigm. These housings are with earth elements. Aerial elements, this is best liars. They're gonna convince you we gave up, but they will be hiding somewhere and smoking or doing some shits, but pretending they are not. And they will even convince themselves that they gave up, because they will be telling you. So this is like second difficult to give up on some bad habits. And here with attachments as well. Watery people, these are people who constantly tend to come back in thoughts to their ex-lovers, to their exes, to their past, to this everything negative, toxic shit. That's water. That's how the psyche operates. And nothing could be done with this, okay? So, she grew up in orphanage. With this smile, who's water as well. You will see at the very first episodes of this how he is trying to save a rabbit from being eaten. You know, there's a lot of compassion to this is what water do, compassion, you know, showing compassion, being an empath. Mao is water as well, and this Alina, she's water as well, and this was shown during the test. When she was tested for her magical abilities, she first of all, she keep postponing this. They keep hiding. They kept hiding with this Mao. And only water always be finding, hiding from difficulties, hiding from truth. They will be hiding from everything in their shell. So she was hiding with this smell until, like, no more to hide. She needed to be tested. So instead of being curious if she has this magic abilities, not because fire, they would be very curious, they would like have this impatience to know as they have these abilities, because fire, they most driving desire, the inner desire of fire to be special, to be unique, to be sort of a superhero. That's inner driver, inner core. It's an engine of fiery people. And her engine and watery engine, for you to understand, is to stay in your freaking comfort zone. Because water, until you try to disturb it, it's still, when we're talking about glass or something, okay? When we're talking about sea, it's again, it's very, it comes and goes, but algorithm still same. Here and there, comes and goes. Nothing changed. Waves won't go in zigzag way next day. They like won't change the rhythm. It's one phase following another phase. Nothing is changing. Okay, when fire might burn brighter or lesser, and you will never understand why, like different factors like wind and fuel and everything. But it depends, you know, if you put more of fuel, of course you're gonna get bigger fire, bigger boom. But water, it's do whatever, like, unless you person who can launch tsunami. But again, for tsunami needed other element like fire and earth combination to launch this tsunami in water. If not earth and fire, water will be still the same. No tsunami, no nothing, okay? Water will be still come and go in waves. Come and go. And for years, for centuries, it's gonna be same. And inner engine of such people, just to stay in this comfort zone, not changing any. They used to their rhythms, not changing rhythm of the life, sticking to the comfort zone. That's the inner core and desire, what they want to have. Because only in this position they feel confident enough. They feel safe enough, stable, like if nothing is changing. So fire element would run first and ask, test me. And if magical ability is not discovered, they would run again and say, test me again. There must be mistake. That's gonna be fire element. And fire kid. Water kids, they were hiding in this very romantic way in the field, laying next to one another. You know, this very touchy-feely, which I prefer even to skip when I'm reading this shit. And next, and she used some, like, something to hurt her hand for her abilities not to be detected if she have any. Fire wouldn't be, fire tend to do impossible things. She's coming in peace, like in her paradigm, in her head, in her picture of the world, that if she will be tested positive for magical abilities, then she gonna be separated with a shitty watery Mal. Oh, I hate this character so much. Haven't seen more. At least they could find some nice actor for his, like, someone like really with charisma to compensate at least this. No, they were not able even to do this. This is my point of view. No need to agree. This Mal, in her paradigm, in her head, in her reality, if she will be tested positive, they gonna take her away and she will be separated. Not how Fire Kid thinks. Oh, no. Fire Kid, okay, if I'm tested positive for magical abilities, I'm beating shit out of them, but they bring in my friend to the palace with me. They not separated us. And if this never happened before, fire a kid, he or she will be pretty much sure that it will happen for them. Because that's this reality, like, no other way. Because fire are people who tend to do impossible things. And in their paradigm, everything is possible. But in limited water imagination, she tend to go with the flow, and flow says whatever happens, they gonna be separated because norms of society, rules, and everything. And here as well, acting energy number 5 in the matrix of the writer. And I think in this Alina, like her being a projection, like of an author in a way. Okay, just tiny part of personality of an author, sticking to the rules, not even thinking, not even allowing herself to think differently, and to think, okay, if I will be tested positive, I gonna improve my own life, and I gonna find a way, because I'm very creative kid. I'm gonna find a way, I'm gonna, I don't know, annoy shit out of them. So they gonna bring Mao to palace as well. And it doesn't matter have he magical abilities or doesn't he have them. That's how fire gonna think and act. But water is water, okay? So another confirmation of her being a water, this scene from her childhood when she was tested, and she never allowed herself to think that, okay, maybe I'm very special and they're gonna satisfy each and every of my wishes. She never allowed herself even to think like this. But fire would be exactly thinking like this, that, well, okay, I gonna find a way to reunite with my friend. Because there is no such thing as impossible for fire. It's everything quite possible. Majority of people will think it's impossible to fly to the moon, and they were thinking. But here fire people came in and they said, we are flying. Others may think like you cuckoo, but fire people did this. So she's watery, annoying freaking water. And she annoyed me during all the movie. If not a fiery, this General Kerrigan, I would be giving up watching this annoying main heroine. Next one. Fiery desire, as I said already, to be special, to be a superhero. When she discovered that she is special, she wanted to be normal. When her carriage was attacked, when she was attacked during her journey, and people dragged her out and said, you a witch, we gonna kill you, she didn't fight back. Fire would fight back. She didn't do this. Instead, she was screaming and crying, and I'm not a witch, I'm cartographer, I'm just like you, I'm not special. And this is about being hypocritical. And this like water always are. Remember the saying that you can't walk on over water, only Jesus was able to. But water and watery surface, and especially during winter, it's giving you impressions that you can walk on water actually, right? But even during winter, you may like drown. Because of this hypocrisy. And she was like, she already knew that she's special, she have gift. It was confirmed in the tent of the Kerrigan, but she kept insistent because again, water, it's so difficult for them to let go, to leave something, to leave some shit in past. They keep coming and coming after this same familiar shit. She pretended she never fought back again. This is about, why not about air? Because air would be chatty as well in such situationship. Air would be chatty as well, like, but she tried to play an empathy card when Air would be like more rational and try to convince them with maybe something, look, I'm gonna destroy the fault, you shouldn't kill me, something like this. You should understand this. Air would be very rational, but she tried to play this empathy card, telling, I'm like you, I'm like you, I'm casual, I'm just cartographer. And that was so shitty. I was sitting like, are you kidding me? What a stupid. I don't know. Really, that was so much annoying. The very next, when she already was in this palace and this everything beautiful, and they had some conversations with this Kerrigan. Whenever he was telling her, like, look, you and I, we can change the world, she was like terrified. When they had conversation about her gift, she said, I don't want it. Maybe such people like me, they don't want to be found because I don't want this gift. And Fire would never say so. Never say so. But because this is what Fire wants, to be special, to be superhero. And when he said her, even if he was deceiving in a way that, look, we're gonna destroy this fault, you and I, we're gonna destroy this fault, she still was hesitant, like, and this is exactly people who water and air, they are not able to carry responsibility for destinies of other people, and doesn't matter in positive or negative way. Either they being praised for doing something for society, either they being hated. Okay, they just not able to carry this responsibility. Only Earth and Fire able to manage this and cope with this. Okay. In her case, she was like, she wasn't inspired at all for changing this fault, for destroying this. And this Mel, very limited, very narrow thinking guy, he irritates me so much. And she confirmed, like, his dream is to live on farm happily ever together, something till the end of days. This is a guy with no ambition. This is a guy with no ambition. He wants everything to be peaceful, truly watery desire. And to be same, because on farm, what you gonna have? No adventures. You're gonna have cow's poop. You're gonna have something like this. You're gonna feel yourself as you are maybe useful for society in a little way, in a very peaceful way. And it's same boring routine on a farm, okay? And again, water, remember, water is taking a shape of a cup or vase or of anything where it's poured. It's taking shape. And she was like, Alina, I don't want to stay in farm, but if with Miles, and even if I don't want to live on farm, I will be doing this for him. Like, I will be taking the shape of his desires. Like, really? That's a very boring life. And when this Kerrigan tried to trigger her, he was choosing wrong triggers, because you can trigger water with telling water, look, we can do anything. And she was so freaking terrified because she lived in this orphanage, in this very narrow-minded people, limited people, very limited, narrow-minded routine, where you sticking to the rules, where you boring average, and they, with which, like, how they look at these people with abilities, at this Grisha, how they looked at them. How they looked at, like, with this disgust, like, oh, they're peacocks, they show off, together they were standing out there with this stupid mouth, and they were sort of criticizing, they show off. Really, darling, if not these people, what the freak you will be doing? Like, of course they need to show off. They deserve to show off. Because it's hell of a work to master your abilities. Of course they deserve their minute of glory. But to them, such people were posers and just to show off like peacocks. And they were judging, they were standing there and judging these people. This is showing like when people, minuses of energy number 5, when you can't accept someone different from you. And energy number 21, when you just can't to embrace another world, and they stick to their, like, I don't know, like animals, they level of their personalities, in my eyes, from this movie, like farm animals, okay? Another interesting moment which convinced me even more that this stupid Alina is water. When this mother of this Kerrigan came to her and said that he is this dark heretic, black heretic who created the fault, and that he deceived her in a way, and she said to her, you need to run away. What she did? She ran away. Water not able to take independent decisions. They always taking decisions under influence of someone. Either this is friend of yours successful in investments, and he or she recommend you that you should do this, you should follow, you should learn how to invest in stock or whatsoever, you should learn how to trade Bitcoin. They not able to make independent decisions, and especially under pressure. And it was shown, this mother of him whispered something in her ear, said you need to run, and she was running. Fire element, what will be doing fire element? I don't give a shit who said me what. I'm not going anywhere. Because simply I'm going and confronting him. Even if I'm not strong enough. Strong is not always about power. Strong could be about mind games. I'm going there and confronting him on his shit because I want to hear this from him. I'm not running away as some old women whispered me to do. Fire wouldn't be acting this way, okay? Fire wouldn't be acting this way. Water, yeah. And she's like, and she's running like a stupid child, like with zero of own will, with zero of own opinion, with zero of IQ. Even she's running, and this mother, I tried to train you, but you're not strong enough to confront him, not strong enough to resist him. And you see how she connected to her power. She triggered all her triggers, they related to love somehow. When she was fighting to Zoya, another girl there with abilities who can blow wind. When she was fighting with Zoya, until Zoya said that she slept with this Mal and triggered her to fight back, she wasn't fighting well. She wasn't fighting at all. She was pathetic. Fire, no, not like this. For fire, enough of trigger just to prove themselves, being criticized, that's enough of trigger. But only when it's about love, you can trigger watery people pressing these love buttons. Okay? You can criticize them, they will just cry. It's not gonna trigger them. They just cry and hide. This is favorite of their occupation. Cry and hide. Not enough to trigger them. Only when she was provoked with this, look, I slept with your boyfriend or childhood friend, or what they call the stupidity. Then she was triggered. And again, she was not able to generate of enough power until she got attached to this Kerrigan. So she placed her sort of focus of love and adoration in him. She easily fell in love with him. Being so much in love with this Mal, how they show us never letting go of his hand. She shouldn't even look at this Kerrigan. Doesn't matter how handsome he is. But this is how Earth would behave. Because Earth, they very Earth elements, they are very loyal if they truly love. If they don't love, they are very calculated, just like another character from this movie. This one from Barrel. Kaz, yeah. Like Cass, either they, if they love someone, that's rare feeling for us, then they won't be even looking at, offer them treasures, offer them anything. But if they don't love, they will be very calculated and show and sell whatever they call love to all the people around, just to gain something from them. That's us. But how easily she sort of replaced this Mal with Kerrigan when she needed to get in touch with her power. And again, about water can always have difficulties with choice. For them, that's why they accepting choices of other people. That's why they want other people to decide for them, to make life for them easier. They go in with the flow. As this mother of Kirahan decided for her that she needs to run. She was running. But fiery heroine would say, what is shit you telling me? I'm going and confronting him on his shit. And I don't give a shit what you want me to do. I'm doing my thing. So that's it, guys. But running, like, this is stupidity. But this is very acceptable for water run and hide strategy. They constantly live in their entire life. They live in this. And another scene, when she was trying to protect this deer in the forest, which is amplifier. Fire element, how very, like, determined it. If we make decision, we make decision, and we stick with this decision. But water again comes in waves. She wished to kill, but then she wished to connect. After she wished to protect this deer from death, but she changed her mind to save this freaking Mal again. Is it a joke? Fire element, if decides that I'm not letting this deer to die, there won't be this back and forth energies with fire. There won't be this back and forth energies. Because she was running from this, she was not, again, and this showing an ability to make decision. It's very difficult. It's easy when someone decided for her, but not her herself. It's very easy when someone out there or obstacles decide. And that's why she ran to protect this deer, but she failed and was a circus. When I look at this scene, it was pathetic circus to me. Like, you really kidding me? You already set an intention. But here you go giving up on whatever you decided. That was really really weak and pathetic of her. And again, trying to be good, like I was trying to protect, for her conscience to be okay. Like I tried to protect this deer from death, but nothing I can do because Ma was there, I needed to save him. But for herself to feel good, okay? Because she had a choice to protect Mal there or to save a deer. And she could really save a deer, but she have chosen Mal. Because of... But to make her consciousness shut up, that she's good. She did her best to save him, but this was unavoidable. Again, this is about passing responsibility on someone, making Kirihan responsible for death of this deer, not herself, when she had a choice to save the deer. This was really pathetic, one of the most pathetic scenes. And another one pathetic scene, they showed where she was dining with the friends, and you know this from one ear and other, you know, they give nice speeches to her, and she's eating food, very tasty, beautiful food. And other person came up, and I'm like 100% sure that was fire person. And fire person said, "What the hell are you doing here? You enjoying your meal while you're supposed to train out there non-stop until you will be able to destroy the fault. You're supposed to be training." Laziness of water. Famous laziness of water. They will be complaining how bad their life is, but they won't be taking steps to change the shit. That's why not that many millionaires, businessmen among water. Of course, there are a few who maybe have these earthly advisors, people who helping them like personal assistants, but let's be truthful. So far I analyzed this primary elements charts of top businessmen. It's either fire, it's either earth, it's either maybe some where it's about communication, fundraising and everything, it's about air. Water? Haven't heard of. So you see this everything, like water, not among businessmen but among actors, a lot of water. Because they can lie easily, they can wear masks easily, they can, you know, take any shape easily here. That's why so many water millionaires among actors and so on. They're lucky in this area. Here we go. And this person who's fire person said, you must be training out there instead of sitting here and eating food, enjoying food. And that's actually what fire would be doing. Going no rest. Understanding how much time was lost of her not being aware of her gift and training out there. But even this she was not able to do until she sort of shifted her focus from Mao to Kirigan. Got new emotional attachment and was using it. But as soon as Mao appeared in the forest when she was on the run, she shifted back to Mao. How beautiful. And this is very hypocritical of her. Like, and being a hypocrite, remember about karma laws, what she attracted? She attracted hypocrites into her life. This Kirihan who lied to her about things, actually. So why he lied to her? Because she is a hypocrite herself. Why he lied to her? And instead of going and confronting, she just ran away and made him wonder why she ran away. He needed to figure this out. What the hell? What the hell had happened? Instead of going out there and throwing truth in his face, actually what fire would be doing, she was on the run. Very, like, hypocrite. She's hypocrite. Maybe watery people seeing this in other light. In soothing, understanding, calming lies. I'm not saying this like this, okay? Because fire elements, they operate differently. And she ran away and like, my God. Until the end, till the last scene, I really thought that she will be jumping and trying to save this Kerrigan. No, she was very fine. She was very fine, very okay with this. And when a person, another, like, they call magicians, they're Grisha, something like this. At the ship, this person attacked her and said, look, how could you betray him? For everything he is doing for us. And here I highly agree. Like, how could you betray him? That was horrible. That was really, I mean, like, I also thought that she will be jumping, trying to save him. No, she was very fine with... She was very fine with how events, and she decided that he's dead. Thanks Lord, no, it's not easy to kill him. Anyway, now to Kerrigan and his elements. Definitely, he is not earth, but he is fire with third earth element, most likely. Why so? If he was pure fire, like fire, or fire, water, it would be difficult for him to stay in shades of this Tsar, emperor. It will be very difficult for him to stay, you know, behind stage and pull the threads, okay? Pull the strings. It will be very difficult for his ego. But fire with earth component, they are okay with this as far as they have a real power. And is having real power, and real power versus the battlefield. And he was doing everything truly to protect his people, and there I understand him so much. Because you see how other people were freaking out about these people with abilities. He was trying to save them. And in terms of Matrix even, I made a video already at this YouTube channel about Matrix demons. What are yours? And his Matrix demons definitely belong to Group 5. And Group 5 people, these are people who couldn't be cornered. Whenever you think that you got them cornered, they're coming up with something. They will be using whatsoever juju, dark black magic to survive. They're not peaceful Buddhas who gonna say, okay, I did my best, no violence way, I'm accepting my destiny, bye. No, these people have passion for life, and they have passion for those who are their soul tribe, whom are they protecting in a way. And as he did, why fire with earth component? If he was vice versa, earth with fire component, he would be not trying this dark magic shit, at least not trying in circumstances he tried this, and there were sort of church bells or something which stopped him from ritual, and he needed to finish it, use it when he was already cornered and no way to go. He said, I don't have army to fight you, but I can make you my army. And actually what he did using black magic. And I like 100% understand him, because that's actually what I would be doing in this situationship, with no feeling of guilt even. Why should I feel guilty when I was protecting my people? And it's about setting borders with those people who want to hunt you down. You shouldn't show weakness. Because if you will show weakness, there were people who blame him, especially his mother, which is water as well. And matrix energy of his mother. I'm so much sure, like high priestess energy number 2 of his mother. Like she was playing with him. She whispered her. She sent people to kill this Mao, so he won't give this location of this deer to people. She is like so much in this second matrix energy, in minuses of this energy. Of course, his mother was disgusting lady. I don't know, really. When I watched this, it was like, really, like, are you kidding me? She's trying to preach him in the way of high priestess, you know, like normal mother, if seeing that her son did something horrific, you know, as parents doing, and especially this is difference between why I'm thinking she is not energy number 5, because energy number 5 would be turning back on such son and going away. But she's high priestess energy number 2, so she stayed next to him. Doesn't matter how horrible he is or which horrible act he committed, she didn't leave him. No. That's what makes her being second matrix energy, not energy number 5, because 5s, they're very categorical. 5s are very categorical, I think, or categorical, something like this. They divide on good and bad, and for energy number 2, they serve everyone. They just serve everyone. They're trying to be good for everyone. This is my bad son, I'm trying to be good for him. I'm gonna say, oh, no, what you done, you shouldn't do this. If this enemy of my son, I'm gonna help them as well. And you know, this is very tricky. It's the worst energy in Matrix you can possibly deal with. These people, very disgusting people. Again, she didn't love him. She didn't curse him. No. She didn't even try to cleanse his shit. She there in balance, enjoying all the benefits of life he created for her. When remember, she was in a risk of being murdered if he wasn't cast this spell, dark spell, on people. So when I watched him, I pretty much understand him. And I'm not seeing him as this horrible person they're trying to portray. Not at all. That's the thing here. It's like, you kidding me? All he was doing, he was trying to create in a way he knew. In a way he learned. He was trying to protect his people. Sometimes you can't protect people with just peace and peaceful speeches and demonstrations. You need to fight to protect your people. This is unavoidable. And again, remember, his matrix demons, if this Tsar or whoever sends the soldiers knew, like, understand this personality, this person, never, ever try to confront or corner or hurt such people. Because even if you have all the power in the world, you can't get them cornered. And whatever you will be trying to do against people whose matrix demons belongs to category number 5, you're gonna lose it. And losses gonna be very bad. And that's what I have seen in his face, in this hero face. This is person who could not be cornered. He couldn't just. And whenever he's sharing with her, like, look, we can do anything, she's freaking out, because in her narrow-minded world, she's exactly number 5 energy. And being under influence, like having influence of other people, like, they said he's bad, or his own mother said he's bad, so yeah, he's bad, and I'm running away. Because that's what I was being told. Or being elderly, or being old people, this energy number 5. So that's this Alina, matrix energy number 5. And she gonna preach him, and when he say her, like, look, you stupid, I tried to save us. And really, because at the other side of this fault, people were waiting for their arrival to kill her. And what he did by directing this fault on them is exactly what needed to be done. So really, I'm seeing this like real true stupidity. Yeah, they could maybe go back with the ship and not go to this shore, okay, turn back. That's what could be done. But if we're talking about them arriving there, what he have done is exactly what needed to be done. And this is a person who is able to make such decisions, because these are most difficult decisions. You can be good for everyone. You can be good for everyone. But water and air, they will constantly try to be good for everyone. They will constantly try. That's why better not to let them make any important decisions. They not being able to carry this responsibility for destinies of other people. Psychologically, they just can't be responsible, be held as responsible. And they will be trying to postpone their decisions, which affects other people. They will pull time, don't act on any, just to make circumstances to decide for them. And then say like, oh, no, I'm not responsible. But actually fire and earth, they're gonna take responsibility. Like, look, I know what I'm doing. I know what I have done. And that was necessary. So when I did watch this film, like, yeah, that was a great distraction and great analysis for me. But so much of irritation because of this Alina and her being a watery. I don't know. I have no comments, guys. I have no comments, and this made me to build a matrix of an author, and made me to build her primary element chart and see that her fourth element social is water. She is thinking with her heart, that her first element is water as well. And of course she projected in a way a lot of water in these books. To me was enough just to watch a movie. I won't be reading books because of this watery heroes, which is Mal, this boring stupid Mal whose limit only farm. What he is dreaming, he is dreaming only about farm and peaceful lives. This is not my kind of man. But whenever this one Kirihan says to Alina, look, we can do anything. He like, anything? Really? And this terrified her. Instead of like inspire her, like it would do to me, it would work to me. Like, look, we can do anything. And already, 1,001 crazy ideas in my head. But for her, it's like, oh, I better stick with Mal, whose anything is having farm with rabbits and not killing them. I wanted to cry. I understand why they going to kill this Kerrigan and get together this Mal and Alina, because in watery reality, in the reality of watery person, it couldn't be any other way. So I got like confirmation, being a water, always a water, even in your books, even in your scripts, being a water, always a water. So I understood the final, which author wrote that they killing Kerrigan. She is losing her powers. So this is the most wonderful. She is losing powers and becoming ordinary, as they always dreamed about. Being ordinary. It's like, for fire, this like being ordinary, like kill such a gift. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? To kill such a gift, like, no way. She did it. Author did it. And I was asking like, why the hell you made such an ending? Such a stupid ending. I think it's not worth it to read. It's not worth it to kill time on reading this of watery people mingling together, Alina and Mal. This is boring me to. This is like bored me to death, you know. Entire movie I was coping with the stupidity of Alina only thanks to Kerrigan personality in this movie. I was curious about his past, background, this everything. I was curious, and only thanks to him. But with her scenes when he was not involved, I wanted, you know, to scroll. Horrible. I am for unexpected endings, for interesting endings. If some of you watch this Turkish series Kara Sevda, Black Love or Dark Love or Endless Love, I don't know, depends on translation, but original name is Kara Sevda. You remember, to me, Titanic film with Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, yeah, it's very watery as well film. It's very watery and boring and not worthy of my time and attention. In my class, my classmates, they were getting the shivers watching Titanic. What I was getting, it was a disgust. An entire Titanic movie. But to me, this Turkish Kara Sevda, the last episode, that's my personal Titanic. That's my personal Titanic when scriptwriter, she really made this a real Turkish Titanic. And that was exactly it. Much more powerful than Titanic. I suggest you to watch. No need to watch entire series. They have like 264 as far as I remember. They have 264 series. No need to watch them all. Just open last one of Kara Sevda. It's 2 hours like Titanic. And watch it with English subtitles. I also will be leaving a link in the description box. You will understand me. Especially those of you who fiery element. You will understand me. And yeah, a lot of people hated on this script writer. I forgot the name. Should be Halil. Something like this. I forgot her name, sorry. But a lot of people hated on the script writer for what she have done to main character. But I was like, wow, you just made a masterpiece, because such emotions in me, even Titanic was not able to awake and trigger. To me, Titanic is boring, annoying, and very stupid movie with very stupid main characters with very low IQ. Nothing about romance there for me. Very stupid. When this half prostitute mingle with this is disgusting. Doesn't matter how good they trying to sugarcoat shit, it's still a shit, okay? I dislike Titanic movie, but when they showed me this Karashev, the last episode, I was like, my god, this is my personal Titanic. Whenever I want this strong emotion, I'm going and watching this last episode. And I'm adding a link. You can go and compare. But of course, watery people hate it on you know whom. And now fiery people hated this Alina Starkov and her choosing this Mal who is watery wateran, which is very disgusting, and how narrow-minded he is. I like Kerrigan because he is not afraid to try something new, even if this new is something deadly dangerous as this dark magic. He is not a scary one. He is searching the ways, and what Alina dreaming about is to become ordinary again with no gift. I can't understand this. Really. This is the stupidest thing I heard. But this is watery scene. Like, this watery scene. See, for them, that's a norm of life. Okay, that's it. I shared my review. Maybe later I will make another video where we will be discussing a matrix of the author of this book. If I see enough of your comments, if you want me to analyze her matrix and tell you why she became successful writer, even though her books a little bit, and only in fiery opinion, remember, sucks, because she's too stupid. Mal and Alina. I would rather read a book written about Kerrigan and his life, maybe something like this. If she made one, or if she will be making one, I would be reading about Kerrigan, but I don't think she will be able to write about him, because she's a water, and it's very easy for us to write and describe, I know from my own experience, to write and describe people from our inner position of who we are. And for her it will be very difficult to write about him. It cannot take like double time of what usually taking her to write a book. If she will decide to focus only on Kerrigan, writing about his story. I didn't check in details on her books yet. Maybe there is one book on Kerrigan. This I would be buying and reading, but about Alina and this stupid one? No, Lord forbid. No way. So guys, if you know if there is book about Kerrigan and his personality, biography or something like this, his story, share with me in the comments. You will save my time in searching this information. And that's it. I hope to see you in next video, and I will be waiting for your comments if you want me to analyze the matrix of this book writer and tell you what makes book writers successful or not. Okay, so see you. Bye bye.